Hello, welcome to dedoc and welcome to Doc Day, to a special edition of Doc Day, that is, because today is World Diabetes Day. November 14th is World Diabetes Day. On this day, people living with diabetes around the globe celebrate that pretty much 100 years ago, Frederick Banting discovered insulin. That was a discovery that made him the youngest medical doctor in history to ever receive the Nobel Prize for Medicine, and it enables us, people living with diabetes, to live. World Diabetes Day is celebrated around the world, in every country around the world today, under the overarching topic that is set every year by the International Diabetes Federation. This year, and for the last year, and for next year as well, it is access to diabetes care, and this year specifically, access to diabetes care and education. However, national diabetes associations and people living with diabetes around the world will advocate for very different things, not only depending on where they live, where they come from, but also simply depending on what they consider important for their very personal lives and in their specific context, of course. Now, dedoc is an international community of diabetes advocates with our dedoc Voices. Those are the alumni of our dedoc Voices scholarship program, living in more than 50 countries around the world. So for this special edition of Doc Day, what we usually do on World Diabetes Day is we want to show the world, we want to show you, our audience, how colorful and lively and diverse people with diabetes celebrate World Diabetes Day, what they advocate for, what is important to them. Last year we did that. This year we'll do it again. We try to pick different countries, different people every time. And this is what we're doing today. So during the next 2 hours, we will ask our speakers from around the world what November 14th means to them, what they consider relevant today, and what topics they think will become important in 2023. Before we start this, we call it our Eurovision Song Contest. That's what we did last year. This year it will be global, I promise. Before we start, I would like to thank our partners. Partners who are supporting this special edition of Doc Day on World Diabetes Day are Medtronic, Sanofi, and Diabeloop. Diabeloop has just launched a new campaign, which you can learn more about on our website, dedoc.org/World Diabetes Day, and of course on Diabeloop's social media accounts. We will shortly also be hearing from Sanofi, and they will also talk about what World Diabetes Day and the topic of education means to them.